Hey, it's from experience. Today I want to talk about one-sided relationships and what to do about them. And before I get into it, I want to make something clear. I'm not against being persistent in life, in work, in going after what you want. I genuinely believe you have to be persistent, almost annoyingly so sometimes. That's how you get things done. That's how opportunities happen. That's how you move forward when everything around you is telling you to stop. But personal relationships are different, and I think a lot of people confuse the two. Because in a friendship, in a relationship, in any real connection between two people, the energy should flow both ways. Not perfectly, not 50-50 every single day, but both people should want to be there. Both people should feel like the other person is genuinely glad they exist in their life. And when that's not happening, when you're always the one reaching out, always the one initiating, always the one making the effort while the other person just receives it without thinking twice, that's information. And I've learned to read that information without making it a whole thing. No confrontation, no conversation about it, no big moment where feelings get aired. I just stop. I stop reaching out, stop initiating, stop putting energy into something that isn't giving any back. And what happens next tells you everything you need to know about what was actually there. If they reach out, if they notice the silence and check in, if they show you through their actions that they actually want you in their life, then something real is there, and it's worth continuing. But if the silence just stays silent, then you have your answer. And here's the thing I've had to make peace with. That answer isn't always someone being malicious. It's not always someone who doesn't care about you at all. Sometimes people are just takers by default. They receive energy without thinking about giving it back. Not because they're bad people, not because they dislike you, just because nobody has ever made them think about it. And they've gotten comfortable with you always being the one to show up. And that's fine, but it's still information, because you only have so much energy, so much time, so much of yourself to give. And pouring all of that into people who aren't pouring anything back is one of the quietest ways to drain yourself without even noticing it's happening. I think about it like this. There's a version of being generous with your time that comes from a place of real abundance, where you give because you genuinely want to and it doesn't cost you anything. And then there's a version where you're giving out of habit, or out of not wanting to feel the discomfort of admitting that something is one-sided, or because the familiarity of it feels easier than facing what it actually is. And that second version slowly takes something from you that you don't always notice until it's already gone. I'd rather have a smaller circle of people who actually show up than a wide one full of one-sided connections that leave me feeling more alone than I would feel by myself. And honestly, since I started being more intentional about that, the relationships I do invest in feel completely different, more real, more mutual, more worth the energy I put into them. So if there's someone in your life you've been carrying on your own, try something. Just stop reaching out for a while. Not to prove a point, not out of pride, not to punish them, just to see what's actually there when you're not the one holding it together. Because the people who genuinely want to be in your life will make sure they are. And the ones who don't reach back are showing you something more clearly than words ever could. That is all for this one. If any of this resonated with you, drop a comment below. Subscribe for more from experience. Catch you in the next one.